If you want to support the channel, be sure to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications. Thank you. What's up, everybody? Tricks Ridiculous back with another video, and today we are going to talk about live service games, aka games as a service, whichever you'd like to call them. I will use the term interchangeably here. Are they good? Are they bad? Should you run for the hills when you see a game is going to be run this way? Well, all of this is stemming from the Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League, the highly anticipated upcoming game from Rocksteady, who are best known for the Arkham series of games. A leaked image has recently confirmed that Suicide Squad will have a battle pass, therefore being a live service title, at least to some degree. At the very least, it is confirmed that it will not just be a single-player story game. Now, online critics from near and far were quick to jump down the game's throat, but should they have? Well, the comparisons were quick to be made to Marvel's Avengers, which recently announced that they were ending support, and the Winter Soldier, who was released at the end of 2022, would be the last piece of content added to the game. Avengers will no doubt go down as a case study for how to completely mismanage a game from start to finish, especially while leveraging one of the largest IPs in the world in Marvel. But does that mean every live service game is bad? Not at all. Many of the most popular and profitable games in the world are live service. Destiny 2, Genshin Impact, World of Warcraft, Path of Exile, and many more that may not be as blockbusters as the ones just mentioned, but will still sustain a large enough player base and a profit to be able to support their game over time. The major difference is in how the games are executed. Destiny 2, for example, is, in my opinion, the gold standard for a live service model and has been for quite some time. They are committed to a 3-month seasonal model, each season providing new loot, small changes both in seasonal activities and quality of life improvements, while also committing to a large expansion once per year that adds substantial changes to the game, including repeatable endgame content in the form of raids. Path of Exile, another great example, also puts out consistent seasonal changes while keeping their end game grind fun and repeatable. In fact, the Path of Exile creators actually did sort of a TED Talk for gaming years ago into how they came up with an infinitely repeatable and enjoyable grind for their game, which has been around for since 2012 and is still widely beloved. Contrast that to a game like Marvel's Avengers, or even the most widely known live service failure in gaming, Anthem. These games half-assed their commitment to live service. They made the assumption that fans would be content with little to no rewarding, repeatable end-game content, and that a slow drip of minor story inserts would constitute as acceptable content. And the results speak for themselves as gamers simply decide, no thank you, and ultimately both of those games have failed. So what is the answer? Should live service games be avoided? Well, it is complicated. The fact that successful live service games that put out a plethora of content exist does debunk the idea that making a game live service is in fact the kiss of death. Although admittedly, the games mentioned are very much outliers in the grand scheme of things. Any of the games I mentioned could have just as easily been another bump in the road of failed live service games, but luckily for their studios, they put in the effort to make them a success, and they were handsomely rewarded for doing so. That said, live service games tend to attract players who only want to play one game. They want players who will go hard and spend all of their gaming hours, days, weeks, months, and years committed to mastering and continuously involved in just that one game. Combine that with the track record of most live service games not working out And for the average gamer, live service games are understandably shunned, but that doesn't mean there is no market for them or that they are predetermined to be a failure. So in closing thought, if you're the average gamer and you see a new live service game come out and you're not too sure whether or not it's going to be for you, odds are it's probably better to wait on a new live service title until it proves itself to be successful. But on that same coin, immediately assuming that all live service titles are going to be a flop is a misinformed judgment. That's it from me, guys. Let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below. Be sure to subscribe if you're new, like the video, and I'll see you guys in the next one.